What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my favorite YouTube channel, The Seasons Media. I'm slightly biased. What I'm going to do here for you today is I'm going to walk you through some of the pieces that I will wear while I am whitetail hunting. It's July 6th today. It's hot, so if I'm sweating, I apologize. But I'm going to walk you through some of these things. This is all elevated to pattern stuff that I have. I do have some other pieces, a lot of other pieces that I wear, but these are just, so what I did is I took two of my lightweights, two of my midweights, and two of my heavyweights that are my favorite for those times of year, and I'm going to show you and tell you a little bit about those. The first one here that I have is, as you can see, it's blowing in the wind, super light. This is the ESW Shirt. One thing that I haven't decided fully whether I like or not is that it's a button-up shirt. I kind of like zippers, but the buttons do give you a little breathing through there, so maybe that's the idea there. I'm not for sure. It's got one chest pocket, just like all of Sitka stuff does on the left side. Has that left chest pocket. Otherwise, there's no pockets on it. It's mesh from about your elbow all the way to close to your waist on the sides. Very breathable. I don't wear this a lot because it just starts to cool down quick. So I'll wear this probably through September, maybe some in October. But it just doesn't get used as much as some of my other pieces. But I do love it. It's one of those pieces that if you don't have it, you're sitting there in the tree stand wishing you had it. So again, just look how light that is. I kind of wish I had it on right now, to be honest with you. So that's the ESW Shirt. I don't know that I've ever actually seen it anywhere, but I assume that ESW stands for early season whitetail. No complaints about that. Again, something that if I didn't have it, I didn't used to have it, and I wished I did. So here's the ESW Pants. This is the other thing I always make sure that I have on early season. These I do wear a little bit later, maybe into the 60-degree temps. You can throw a base layer underneath them pretty quick, and they're pretty nice. Not quite as light as the shirt, but you also want your pant to be a little more durable. As you can see here, there's a lot of stretch here. It follows the whole pant up into the waist even. Okay, so it's very stretchy, very comfortable, breathable. Has your knife protector, so you can hook your pocket knife in. Nice cargo pockets. To be honest, I don't use cargo pockets a whole lot on stuff, but it's got a big pocket here, and then it does have two smaller mesh pockets inside of it. I don't really, when I'm wearing these pants, it's not the time of year where I'm using calls and stuff here in Nebraska, so I don't have a lot of stuff on me. Maybe some climbing stuff, maybe some tree hooks and things like that, but that'd be about it for me. But with those cargo pockets, it does have a zipper into another pocket on the side, so they got lots of pockets on them if you're a guy that likes pockets. Alarm's going off. But I don't really do a lot with those pockets, so love the pant. Again, I can wear that thing quite a ways into the season without getting too chilly, especially on my legs. My legs don't get super cold real easy. Okay, so that's the ESW stuff. Again, I love it. Super grateful that I have it. Don't wear it as much as some of the other stuff, but I guess I just noticed this. It's got mesh in the crotch too. Very important. Speaking of that, make sure when you're doing that, understand that this is not a scent blocker type system. This is to keep you cool and comfortable. You will need to make sure you're playing with the wind with this thing, because you've got a lot of mesh, you got a lot of holes. They're going to smell you if you're not playing the wind, so make sure you're doing that. This jacket is the Celci Midi Jacket, and this is one of the pieces that I was most excited to purchase, and one of the pieces that I wear the most also. Probably my favorite feature about it is the fact that it does have the hole for your tree harness to go through. So a lot of times when I'm climbing up in the morning, I won't wear it because I'll start sweating, but I'll have my tree harness through it, and it'll be hanging behind me, and then I get up in the tree, and then I can put it on and keep myself warm. Again, has your front left pocket here, just like all your Sitka tops do. Good strong zippers. This is a down jacket, so you don't want to wear it and like rough it up. It's not super durable. It's pretty durable. I've had this thing going up into trees and grabbing onto trees and stuff, and there's no rips or tears in it, but I do take good care of it and I'm careful with it. But it's not something that's rip proof. It's a down jacket that's warm for its size, but you want to be careful with it. Okay, these pants, when it gets a little cooler, once I get out of those ESW pants, I'm going to put these on. These are the Equinox Midi Pants. They don't have a cargo pocket on the side, but they do have a nice zipper pocket. It's not quite as big, but I'm good with that because, like I said, I don't really use those pockets a whole lot. But it has those on both sides. It does have nice pockets. They're warm. I enjoy that about it. When I'm wearing these, I usually have this the Celci Midi Jacket on, and I actually use the pocket pants instead of the jacket pockets. The pant pockets instead of the jacket pockets. These pants, they do have the two-way zipper. They zip up, they snap, and then they have the integrated belt in them, which I do enjoy. I don't have to wear a belt with these. As a matter of fact, they don't even have a belt loop. But I do enjoy that, and the reason I like that is because I'll show you in a little bit. Under my bibs, I don't want that extra bulk and all that extra stuff going on when I'm wearing them as a layering pant. I wasn't sure how I was going to like this, okay, but they got cuffs on the ankles. They're stretchy, but they are cuffs, and turns out I love it because I wear rubber boots a lot, and they just slide right down into my pant. There's no bulk, there's no folds, there's nothing. Super comfortable. This pant, you're laying around watching Sunday football, this would be a pant you'd want to be in. This is like a sweatpant. So I love it a lot. Super durable, fleece interior. Some burrs get caught on this, but not a lot. It's a pretty good material that deters most burrs. Not all of them though, so be careful with that. But if you're wearing rubber boots, it's not going to matter as much anyways. Okay, so that's kind of my mid layers that I rely on. I got some other things. I got the Fanatic gloves that are fingerless. I like those. I'll wear my Sitka heavyweight hoodie, which is in the subalpine pattern, but I'll still wear it with this stuff as another layer. It's nice. And some other things, some merino wool, another base layer, things like that. But these are the main things. The Fanatic Jacket has been around for a long time now. But it's effective. So as we go through this thing, again, one of my favorite things is how they integrated so we can put our safety harnesses through. If you don't wear a safety harness, you should. If you wear it on the exterior, you shouldn't. You should wear it on the interior of your stuff. The closer it is to your body, the safer you are. This allows you to put this jacket on and off without unhooking from the tree, which is amazing. So it's got a button here, and then it magnets shut, and you're sealed back up. Okay, and it just opens up like that. Super nice. Takes a little practice probably, but you can get to where you can unhook it while the jacket's on with no problem. Notice I have this thing folded over here. I like to wear this 3/4 zipped. Very rarely do I zip it all the way up. It's got to be super cold, probably super windy and cold for me to zip it all the way up. But it's got a magnet here so that it keeps this flap out of your way when you're drawing your bow, which is super nice. As you notice, it zips sideways. Okay, it can be kind of hard sometimes when you're wearing all this bulky stuff to reach over here and get this thing hooked, but you wouldn't want it any other way, because the reason they do that is so that they can have this hand warmer muff that goes all the way through, so you can have your hands together. So there's a pocket in here. I put my electric hand warmer in here, and it keeps those hands super warm. Like, I gotta get my hands out of there, it's hot in there. So that's super nice. It does have another front zipper pocket on the front here. To be honest with you, I don't really use it, but you could stuff some extra stuff in there. I just try to keep the bulk down from there if possible. Here on the front, it has another pocket. We're coming in from the right side for right-handers. And it's a pretty big pocket. There's another little pouch in there. It's got this mesh front in there, which confuses a lot of people. But what that's for is this is for your rangefinder, okay? And the reason there is a mesh pocket here is because you don't want that rangefinder super warm. You want it exposed to some of those elements, some of the cold. That way when you pull it out, it doesn't fog up. So that's what the point of that mesh is there, is you got a pocket. It's kind of warm if you stick your hand in there, but it's still exposed to the elements. It has a hook here. I use this hook for my rangefinder. I've made my rangefinder, I wear the County 6 Predator Traeger Optics harness. He's got a new one out, the minimalist, that I want to get my hands on. But that's what I wear for a bino harness, and I have made my rangefinder so it detaches quick and easy. So I have a clip on it. I just clip it on there. Or if I have my Celci Midi Jacket on, I have another clip in there. I clip it on and off. If I put this jacket on, I can take it off the Midi, put it on here. If I take this jacket off, I can take it off of here, put it on the Midi, however I need. If I'm wearing this, I probably got the Midi underneath. So I hook it on there, just drop it in that pocket. It's nice, accessible. And if I got a deer coming in, I can just let it hang because it's hooked on. Okay. The other thing on these jackets is you'll notice we got good cuffs on them, tight cuffs. On the bottom, there's a band that you can tighten. Okay, but you got good cuffs around your wrists. But on your arm, on your right arm, you have Berber fleece. And then you have whatever the material is. I'm not a material nerd, but whatever the material is that is on those Equinox Midi Pants is right here in the elbow. That's so when you draw, you need that mobility right there. So that's there. On the left side, it's the same thing. Everything's Berber fleece here except your main archery things that make this an archery jacket. All the way down the left arm. When you're holding your bow, you don't want that extra bulk here on your bow arm. So your string hits it. So they've taken some of that bulk out, but it's fleece on the backside. This jacket is a jacket that I don't wear until it gets really cold because it's really warm. Get some layers under there, and I'm talking you're working in sub-zero temps. And the last thing I have here is the Fanatic Bibs. There's not a lot that's special about these. I wouldn't say compared to others, other than they're super warm. And obviously complete my system. But they do have Berber fleece for most of it, all the way down your backside until about your knee, and then it stops. That's so the burrs don't attach to all that Berber fleece. Your side zippers, they're gonna come up to about here on you, those zippers. So these things unzip, clear up to the top. They're a two-way zipper as well if you need to get into a pocket. You can zip down, get into your pocket. I mean, that's the thing that a lot of bibs have now. Okay, so there's not a lot special there. They have your two front pockets. Right here, up a little higher. They got some more pockets, zipper pockets down a little lower. They got your cargo pockets. I do start to carry a lot of stuff in these cargo pockets come late season. Gloves, things like that. Calls, now you're carrying calls and stuff. So that's on both sides. They're exact same on both sides. In the front, your Berber doesn't go down quite as far. It does go down into or towards the crotch area, but then kind of stops to prevent those burrs. But again, this Fanatic system, super warm. We're talking sub-zero temps. I wouldn't want to be caught out there without it, to be honest with you anymore. So those are two pieces from early season, two pieces from mid-season, two pieces from late season from Sitka that I don't go to the woods without when I'm whitetail hunting. So if you have any questions about those, make sure you contact us. Drop a message below. Find us on Instagram at The Seasons Media. Make sure you check out our next video. I'm going to show you next about my Sitka cargo box, which is the pack that I take in. It's foldable, very dynamic, carries my tree stand, camera arm, all of that stuff, designed exactly for what I need it for. So I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again, find us on Instagram at The Seasons Media. Smash that subscribe button, that side, right? That side. Okay. All right, we'll catch you guys later. Hit that for us. Get all the notifications as we keep dropping these videos. Thanks, everybody.